Hello everyone, Pinder Productions here, and today I'm back with another episode of my F1 2016 Career Mode series. And today we go to round 12 for Germany and the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim. So let's go. We have an R&D event.
The approved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
And so we have our new fuel upgrade. So that's been fitted to the car in time for practice. Let's see if we can afford any others. We've got 318 resource points. No, we can't afford any other upgrades at this time. So I'm going to update you after practice, which we got 490 resource points total now after the practice session. Resource points here, none, and again, none there. So sadly, none there. But as you can see, it looks a bit wet, damp outside. And we cannot afford any upgrades except the fuel one, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for either the chassis weight or the downforce upgrade next. I'm going to carry on saving for them. So let's go to qualifying, which was in the wet, on the wet tyres. And let's just say I didn't get off to a very good start. As we go up through the first corner, I put it down into lean mix to stop wheel spin, but I still go really wide. And coming out of the stadium section, you can see I'm up into P14. I was down in last position at one point, up into P12 now, and round the final corner slowly. P13, it looks like it's going to be P12, P13. It's P13, yeah, P13, like I thought, over the line. Not too bad, not too great, considering my performance in the wet in that qualifying session. Hoping for a dry race. Let's see how many we have. We have 534 resource points now. Looks like we're going to be losing the rivalry yet, pretty much. I think Vettel is going to beat us on that after the race, and both of these are going down because I failed to beat both my rival and my teammate. So let's go to the race.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Nico Rosberg is on pole position today after coming out on top of a difficult qualifying, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel and Raikkonen.
I chose to go for a super soft strategy in the end, putting on a little bit of extra fuel so we can run rich mix, because there's a lot of high speed straights on this track. And here we go to 5 red lights for the start of this German Grand Prix. Off the line, it's a good start as we overtake the Toro Rosso of Carlos Sainz there, and we're going to be looking to go around the outside of Felipe Massa, but we're not quite close enough, and I don't quite have the balls to make that move right now. Just going to keep it clean for the start of this race as we go down the inside here, making up many positions up into P9 now, trying to keep tight inside as not to cause any damage. But it looks like there's been a collision behind us. There's yellow flags, so let's see what happened back there, because okay, so we're riding on board with Kevin Magnussen now. You can see here the McLaren taps the Haas of Esteban Gutierrez, it looks like. So let's watch on from Julian Palmer and Kevin Magnussen once again. It looks like, yeah, Button cuts across and knocks the Renault off. So let's ride on board with Button now. So you can see that me going up the inside there, cutting the curb a little bit, but it's all okay. You can see my teammate there knocks Button out wide, and then when he comes back and he cuts across the path of Esteban Gutierrez, which knocks Kevin Magnussen off to the side. So I presume that's going to be a retirement for him as we go up the inside of the other McLaren of Fernando Alonso, and we're going to have a look up the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, but we've not really got the racing line and the drive for it. Although, can we make the move up the inside through this next sort of right hand kink? Yes, we can, and we've made the move stick. Can we go up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen? No, we can't. We're going to have to settle for P7 right now, which is actually really good. We made up about 6 positions so far on this first lap, and we are keeping ahead of Ricciardo quite well as we go into this right-hander here, up into the stadium section now, and around this hairpin here. Can we get a move on Kimi Raikkonen up the inside? No, we can't. We just tap his gearbox a little bit there, but it's okay. No damage has been sustained by either car, and we're going to try and keep into his slipstream. He's in the slipstream of Valtteri Bottas, who's in the slipstream of, I think, Verstappen ahead of them. Yes, he is. And so can we get a move, get a fast line through the first corner? Yes, we can. We are in the slipstream still. We won't have DRS on this lap. Can I go up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen? Yes, I can, doing a similar line to what I did in turn 1. Going to give Kimi Raikkonen the room on the inside. It allows him to come back because he has the racing line, and I'm up into Rich Mix, going to try and get around his outside here on the DRS sort of curved straight, if you will, and we go into the braking zone onto the racing line. Going to give some inside room for Kimi Räikkönen if he wants it. Yes, he does, but he's not quite close enough to make the cut back and re-overtake me, which is good. And now we look to overtake Max Verstappen around the outside. Can we do it up the inside of this corner? No, we can't. It allows him to get his position back as we go slowly out of that corner, but we have kept P6 away from Kimi Räikkönen, which is good position to be in, and allows us to hopefully make a move in the future on Max Verstappen. This has been an exciting opening 2 laps so far, and it looks to get even more exciting as we are gaining on Max Verstappen through the stadium section while he's on the slower tyres than us. Obviously being on the softs, we're on the super softs, and I've tapped Max Verstappen, which allows Kimi Räikkönen to get through once again. Didn't really want to tap Max Verstappen there, but I was checking that I didn't knock him off, and then I did, so slightly bad racing there from me, but what you're going to do, he's suffered the position, he's allowed Räikkönen to catch back up, which means he is going to be in my slipstream for the straight, and I believe he'll probably get DRS here, so hopefully we're going to have to try and defend very hard, putting it up into Rich Mix now, getting the inside line, going to go to the outside for the hairpin here as we break down into second gear. Going to give Kimi Räikkönen some room on the inside if he wants to take it, but he's not quite close enough once again, and we have kept the position. So Rosberg has just taken first place, you can hear him on my team radio, and we have gone up into P5, which is a very good position, and as you can see, going a little bit deep into that corner, but we have gone less deep than the previous lap and held the position, so it looks like a good opening 3 laps of the race for me. We're coming on to the end of lap 5 now, which was the lap I was supposed to pit on, but I'm not going to, as we overtake a car of Hamilton while he pits. I'm going to go later into the race because tyre wear on the front left is really bad, and I think the previous time that I came to Hockenheim in the career mode, I basically burst the front tyre. You can see the tyre wear on the front left is really much higher than all the others, so I'm going to try and stay out as long as possible on this set of tyres to minimise tyre wear on the second set, because last time my front left punctured on the final lap of the race, which was really annoying because I was doing quite well, but we're going to try and go long into the first stint to minimise any tyre wear into the second stint. Now I'm coming on to the end of lap 6 here. You can see Sebastian Vettel goes into the pits, Valtteri Bottas stays out, and it looks like Rosberg is also in the pits, so that allows me to go up into P2 now. And I'm going to try and go for a fast lap here while Vettel is in the pits, trying to do the overcut and get out ahead of him, and we are right behind Bottas, hoping to get some DRS on him on this straight, and it looks like we have got DRS, so can we do an OP slipstream move on Valtteri Bottas here, or will we not be able to be close enough? And it looks like we are gaining into the braking zone now. Going to try and be late on the brakes, going to go up his inside, force myself up there, going to give him some room though on the outside, and it allows him to come back at me and get a better drive. So I'm going to get into his slipstream now through this right hand kink, and I'm going to try and get him into the braking zone here. Can I get up into P1, up the inside, onto the curbs a little bit, going to give him more room once again. You're going to give him room on the inside, and my team are giving me some confirming changes for alternate strategies, which is annoying through the corners, but it allows Bottas to get P1 once again, and that means we're stuck down into P2, and we are going to be pitting on this lap, so hopefully we won't get held up by Bottas coming in, because it looks like we're getting very close to him, and it looks like he's going very slowly, and we come together slightly here. No, he's going so slowly. Why, Bottas? And it looks like the auto pit entry is very slow at the moment. It allows Bottas to get a massive gain on us, which means we're going to lose time on him. And it looks like he is coming out of the pits already, and we haven't even made our stop, which is irritating. But we're on to the soft tyres now, which is good because it means we are leaving the pits, and we are coming out now in P9, P10? P9 it looks like. Yeah, we are coming out in P9, which means we have only lost about 7 positions overall in the pits, which is good, and it means we can catch up to the rest of the field while they pit. And we're going to put it up into Rich Mix to try and gain on Massa through these few corners, and it sounds like he is on fresh soft tyres, which is not good because that means we've lost a position to him, because that means he's probably been into the pits if he's got fresh softs on. It means he probably started the race on super softs, and that we have lost time to Massa overall, because he probably did a pit stop then if he's on fresh softs, which means we probably have lost quite a few positions, and means we're not going to be up quite so high as we were earlier in the race. But we never know, he might go into the pits, he might not. Through the stadium section, we're going to see how many people go into the pits on this lap and how many positions we can make up on this lap also. So we're going to go through the last couple of corners, going to go around the outside of Massa. No, we can't really go around the outside, we're not even close enough to consider it, but we're going to go up into Rich Mix, get in his slipstream and get DRS on this straight here. Looks like the DRS board is gone, and we're going to move to the inside here, and we're going to go up his inside into the braking zone, and we have made the move. But it's possible that Massa is going to also get DRS now on the straight, and you can see the proximity arrows there that he is going to get DRS, and then he's going to move around the outside, and he's got the inside for the braking zone here. I'm going to go to the outside, brake later than he can brake. Going to give him some room though around the outside, and it looks like he's got a better drive, but I've got in the slipstream, and I'm going to move to the inside now. It's just going to be a similar move to the one on his teammate. Can I go up the inside of him? Yes, I can. Got to cut the corner a little bit to stop contact, and I've got P8 from Massa. That was a lap long battle out of the pits, but we are up a position, and we are just behind Bottas. So it looks like we haven't lost too many positions actually, being just behind Bottas now. Coming onto the pit straight now, onto lap 12, and it looks like we're going to gain some positions over people in the pits, and we are up into P6 ahead of Ricardo now, so that's good. And the red pit label is there, which means my teammate is also in the pits, and it looks like we're going to get DRS on Bottas in the DRS straight here. Just got to try and keep close enough. Yes, we have got DRS, so can I make an overtake this time round on the straight with slipstream? And it looks like we are gaining through the corner, gaining now. I'm going to have to be very late on the brakes to make a move, and I've gone straight past him into the braking zone. Going to have to go wide though, and it allows him to cut back against me on the inside line, but I've got better drive on the outside line, and it's going to be side by side through this corner. Going to give him the room around the outside onto the curbs, and it allows me to retake P5 in the race. And is Bottas going to fight back though, but he's not quite close enough to do it, and I'm pulling away now, which looks like good thing, because we are now going to be closing down on Sebastian Vettel possibly. It's a long gap though, but it was a long gap to Bottas, so anything can happen really in these closing stages. We've got 5 laps, so let's see where we can finish, and are any people going into the pits, which would be a good thing to check, really see if we make up any positions here as well. And it looks like there may be a couple of people in the pits, so is that going to be P3 for... Yes, we're up P3 over Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton's in the pits. We've made up a pit. I'm sure he went into the pits earlier in the race. Is he doing a 2-stop? We're on the podium. I cannot believe that starting P13 we're on the podium at the moment. This is just amazing. At the start of lap 15, Hamilton has caught up significantly, and he is right behind us. He's got DRS. I'm going to move to the outside for the braking zone, and we're going to have the inside for this second part, exiting the corner there. And it looks like Hamilton is still very close, so he is going to get DRS on this lap, and it looks like he is gaining on us. We're going to give him the inside line, and is that going to allow us the inside line for the hairpin? Yes, it is. Can we move him out to the outside? I've broken too early. No, I'm going to try and force him a little bit wide, but he's got better drive. We're going to try and get in his slipstream, try and fight back through these next corner and into the braking zone. Can we get him back? No, we're not close enough. It looks like he's just about far enough away. I'm going to try and keep on his tail through the stadium section, but it looks like he's put the hammer down, to excuse the pun here, but it looks like he's gone away with some hammer time lap here, and he's quite far ahead, although we are making a gain on him through the braking zone. Although, yeah, it doesn't look like we're quite close enough, unless we get DRS maybe off the pit straight, although I doubt it. We'll have to wait and see if we do P4 though, we're still P4, which is an amazing position to be in. Not quite the podium that we were in earlier. And it looks like, no, I haven't got DRS on him, so it looks like he's going to get away with it. Through the final corner now, on the final lap, and we are going to take P4 from this race. So we've made up 9 positions overall, which I think this race has been quite a success at the end of it.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table.
So you can see we got P4 in the end ahead of Ricciardo. Bottas ended up P6. My teammate was in P8, and you can see Kimi Räikkönen didn't do too well. Must have fallen off the pace or got compromised in pit stops, ended up P10 there. Romain Grosjean gained positions. Sebastian Vettel on the podium, which is good for Ferrari, my old team who I was with last season. And in the drivers' standings, I am still P5 behind Sebastian Vettel, and in the constructors, Force India is still P4 ahead of Williams, which is a good position for the team. Looks like we could, I don't know, we're not going to be able to battle with Ferrari for any positions higher than them, I don't think at the moment, but you never know. We're improving as we go. There are the resource points that we got in this episode, 671, so almost enough for an upgrade, but not quite enough, unfortunately. Sebastian Vettel has won the rivalry. How is my team position, driver position going? It looks like it's going well. We're getting +1s all. Oh no, 1 -1 for the rivalry, and another +1 here. So we are doing well. We're in the purple at the end of this weekend, which is good after qualifying. And it looks like we got a contract event.
You'll like this. I just got out of a meeting with the boss and, well, congratulations. You've done a great job. Here.
She seems rather happy today. It looks like we might be getting we're getting a team promotion. So it looks like we are going to be promoted to the #1 driver above Sergio Perez. It looks like we are showing the team that we can do well in this championship, scoring consistent points and things like that. We can't afford the upgrades. There's a team update. I guess that's just us saying the same thing. Yeah, that it's going well. Basically the same thing she's just said. So yeah, this is a good way to end the episode. Obviously, we always end it at the end of the race anyway. So thank you for watching. I will be upgrading either the chassis weight or the downforce on the next episode. Obviously no upgrades yet this episode because I wouldn't be able to afford the next upgrade. But thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.